Who's paying for this house, huh? Your drug dealer boyfriend? Water explodes from the hose at full pressure, slamming into her face and chest. She crashes backward onto the grass. You think I'm stupid? A black woman in a $500,000 neighborhood. He steps closer and sprays harder. You're either a maid or a thief. Which one? Please, officer. Her voice cracks as water chokes her words. I own this home. Own it, you? He laughs, cold and vicious. Maybe I should call immigration. Check if you're even legal. Water pounds against her. She cannot breathe. She cannot speak. Neighbors rush out, phones raised, filming everything. He finally stops. She sits there, destroyed, mascara is streaming down her face. Then slowly she stands. She reaches into her pocket and pulls something out, something that drains every drop of color from his face. What she pulled out made him beg for mercy. The sun climbs over Laurelhurst, one of the city's wealthiest neighborhoods. Tree-lined streets, craftsman homes with wraparound porches, manicured lawns that cost more to maintain than most people's rent. The two-story house sits quiet in the morning light, pale yellow with white trim, a rose garden along the front walkway, every bloom perfect, red geraniums in terracotta pots flanking the door. Inside, Dr. Sophia Bennett pours her second cup of coffee. The kitchen smells of French roast and lavender soap. Classical music drifts from a speaker on the counter. Vivaldi, her favorite for mornings like this. Her natural curls are pulled back with a cloth headband. No makeup yet. She wears old jeans and a simple cotton blouse. Comfortable clothes for gardening. Her briefcase sits by the door, packed for the day, case files inside, oral arguments scheduled at the federal courthouse downtown. But first, the roses need water. She glances at the photo on the refrigerator, her and Michael on their anniversary. Her husband, Dr. Michael Bennett, cardiothoracic surgeon, had left for the hospital early for his surgeries. Sophia walks to the front door and opens it. The morning air hits cool and fresh. She breathes deep. This is her favorite part of the day, before the courtroom, before the gavels and legal briefs, just her and the garden. She grabs the green garden hose coiled by the porch steps, turns on the spigot, and adjusts the nozzle to a gentle spray. The roses drink it in. She moves slowly, carefully, giving each plant attention. The soil darkens as the water soaks in. Good morning, Sophia. Mrs. Evelyn Harper waves from next door, white hair pinned up, wearing a floral house dress, her own garden hose in hand. Morning, Evelyn, Sophia calls back. Your roses are looking beautiful. Oh, yours put mine to shame, dear. Evelyn laughs. That fertilizer I recommended is working out like magic. Thank you. This is their routine. Weekly tea, emergency calls when packages arrive, Evelyn watching the house whenever Sophia and Michael travel. Sophia waters the geraniums next. She hums along to the music still playing inside. Her mind is already running through today's case, a complex civil rights lawsuit with police misconduct allegations. She needs to stay sharp. She does not hear the patrol car slow down across the street. She does not see Officer Kyle Whitaker behind the wheel, watching her. Whitaker is a veteran officer with the Portland PD. He grips the steering wheel, jaw tight. You see that? He says. His partner, Officer Ethan Mills, looks up from his phone. Mills is recently out of the academy. See what? Black woman, expensive house, doesn't add up. Mills shifts in his seat. Kyle, come on. It's just someone watering their garden in Laurelhurst. This neighborhood. Whitaker puts the car in park. Something's off. I'm checking it out. The captain said we need to be careful with the community liaison office. The liaison office can kiss my ass. Whitaker opens his door. I've been doing this job long enough. I know suspicious when I see it. Mills watches him cross the street but does not follow. His stomach twists. This feels wrong, but Whitaker is the senior officer, and Mills is still on probation. Whitaker's boots hit the sidewalk hard and deliberate. His hand rests on his belt near his gun, near his cuffs. Sophia glances up, sees the uniform, the badge. She straightens and turns off the hose spray. Good morning, officer. Can I help you? Her voice is calm and professional, the same voice she uses in court, but her pulse quickens. She has done nothing wrong. Still, her hands tighten on the hose. Whitaker stops at the low decorative fence, does not ask permission, and steps right over it onto her property, onto her lawn. His shadow falls across the rose bushes. What are you doing here? His voice is cold and flat. Sophia blinks. I'm watering my garden. Is there a problem? Your garden? He looks at the house, then back at her. His eyes narrow. This is your house? The way he says your makes her skin prickle. Yes, I live here. Why are you asking? Whitaker takes another step closer, invading her space, making himself bigger. Ma'am, I'm going to need to see some identification. Sophia's heart pounds. She's a federal judge. She knows the law better than most attorneys. And right now, this officer has no legal reason to demand her ID. Officer, I'm on my own property. I don't have to show you identification. Whitaker's face hardens. Ma'am, don't make this difficult. I'm not making anything difficult. I'm asking why you're here. He steps closer. She can smell his cologne, cheap, overpowering. His hand stays near his belt. We've had reports of suspicious activity in this neighborhood. I need to verify that you live here. Suspicious activity? I'm watering flowers. Exactly. You don't look like you belong in this neighborhood. The words hang in the air, sharp and ugly. Sophia's jaw tightens. She has heard versions of this her whole life, but never on her own front lawn. What does someone who belongs here look like, officer? Whitaker's eyes flash. Don't play games with me. Are you the homeowner or the help? Evelyn Harper's voice cuts in from next door. Officer, Sophia lives there. She's been my neighbor for years. Whitaker turns. His voice rises. Ma'am, step back. This is police business. Police business? She's watering her own garden. One more word and I'll cite you for interfering with an investigation. Evelyn's mouth opens, closes. She pulls out her phone instead and starts recording. Sophia forces her voice to stay level. Officer, I'm happy to answer reasonable questions, but you've given me no legal justification for this stop. Legal justification? Whitaker laughs. It is not a pleasant sound. You want to give me legal advice now? I'm simply asserting my rights. Your rights? He moves closer still, inches from her face. How about I tell you what your rights are? You have the right to cooperate. You have the right to not piss me off. That clear enough? Mills appears at the fence line. His face is pale. Kyle, maybe we should get back to the car. Mills, I don't care what the captain said. I'm handling this. Mills hesitates, then retreats. Sophia watches him go. No help there. Across the street, a young couple stops their morning walk. The woman pulls out her phone and starts filming. 2 houses down, Mr. Thompson, steps onto his porch, arms crossed, watching. Whitaker notices the growing audience. It makes him angrier. All right, here's what's going to happen. You're going to show me proof you live here. Deed, mortgage papers, utility bills, something. Those documents are inside. Then let's go inside and get them. You want to enter my home? Do you have a warrant? His face reddens. I don't need a warrant if you invite me. I'm not inviting you. Then I'm detaining you until we sort this out. On what grounds? Trespassing? Trespassing on my own property? That's what I'm trying to determine. Sophia's mind races. She could go inside, get her federal credentials, end this in seconds. But anger burns in her chest. Why should she have to prove anything? She has done nothing wrong. Officer, I want your name and badge number. Whitaker touches his nameplate slowly, deliberately. Whitaker, badge 4782. Write it down. I'll wait. I will. Trust me. Ooh, a threat. I'm shaking. He turns to the growing crowd. Everybody see that? She just threatened me. A teenager on a bicycle rolls up. He pulls out his phone and points it at Whitaker. I'm recording this, officer, for the record. Whitaker spins. Put that phone away. It's my right to record the police in public. This is private property, kid. Get lost before I arrest you, too. The teen does not move. He just keeps recording. His screen shows view counts climbing. Whitaker's radio crackles. He ignores it. Last chance, lady. Show me ID or I'm taking you in. Sophia's hands shake. Not from fear, from rage. Taking me in for what? Failure to identify. Resisting. I haven't resisted anything. You've resisted every request I've made. Your requests are unlawful. There you go again, playing lawyer. What are you, some paralegal secretary at a law firm? The condescension in his voice makes her blood boil. I work in the justice system. Whitaker laughs. Let me guess. Court secretary? Filing clerk? He looks her up and down. No, wait. You clean the courthouse bathrooms? Evelyn gasps from her porch. Mr. Thompson shakes his head. The teenager's live stream view count climbs higher. Officer, you're making a serious mistake. The only mistake here is you thinking you can live in a place like this. He gestures at the house. $500,000 home. Perfect roses. You expect me to believe you can afford this? Why wouldn't I be able to afford it? Because people like you, he stops himself, almost. People like me. What? You know exactly what I mean. Say it out loud. For all these cameras. His face darkens. Don't push me. I'm not pushing. I'm standing in my own yard. The garden hose is still in her hand. Water drips from the nozzle. She had turned it off when he first approached. Whitaker sees the hose. His eyes narrow. Put that down. It's a garden hose. Put it down now. You're joking? Do I look like I'm joking? Step away. She sets it gently on the grass. Water pools around it. Step away from it. She takes one step back. This is insane. It's a garden hose. Whitaker keys his radio. Requesting backup at 2847 Maple Ridge Drive. Uncooperative subject. Static crackles. Nature of the call. Possible trespassing. Subject refusing to identify. Kyle, don't. Mills's voice carries from the patrol car. More neighbors emerge. A woman in yoga clothes, a man walking his dog. Another teenager joins the first one. Both are filming now. Sophia looks at the crowd, Evelyn with tears in her eyes, the young couple holding hands with phones raised, Mr. Thompson nodding at her in silent support. She looks at Whitaker, this man with a badge and a gun and years of unchecked power, and she makes a decision. Officer Whitaker, I'm going to reach into my back pocket now slowly to get my identification. Keep your hands where I can see them. My ID is in my back pocket. I need to reach for it. Fine, slow movements. Any sudden moves? He rests his hand on his gun. The crowd murmurs. Someone shouts. He's threatening her. Sophia moves carefully, but as she shifts, her foot catches the garden hose. She stumbles slightly. The hose jerks. Water sprays up. A few drops hit Whitaker's pants leg. Barely noticeable. A splash. He looks down at the wet spot on his uniform. His face transforms. Pure rage. Did you just assault me? What? No, I tripped. You just assaulted a police officer. It was an accident. I saw it. You sprayed me deliberately. Officer, that's not what happened. He lunges forward, grabs the garden hose from the ground. His movements are sharp and violent. Mills runs from the patrol car. Kyle, stop. Whitaker twists the nozzle. The water spray changes from gentle mist to full jet, maximum pressure. Sophia sees it coming. Don't you dare. The water hits her face. The force stuns her. She raises her hands. Too late. Water pounds her chest, her shoulders, cold, shocking, violent. She tries to turn away. He follows her with the stream like a predator. You think you can assault me? He screams. You think you're special? The water pressure knocks her backward. She trips over the rose bushes and falls hard onto the grass. He stands over her, still spraying. Water floods her face. She cannot breathe. She cannot see. Maybe this will teach you some respect. She is on the ground, gasping, choking on water, hands over her face. It does not help. Evelyn screams. She's drowning. Her blouse plasters to her skin. Her jeans soak through. Water fills her ears, her nose. Finally, he releases the trigger. Silence except for her gasping. She sits in a puddle on her own lawn. Water streams from her hair, her clothes. Mascara runs in black rivers down her cheeks. Her briefcase lies open on the driveway. Papers float in puddles. Legal documents, case files ruined. Whitaker tosses the hose aside. He is breathing hard, smiling. Maybe that'll wash some of that attitude off you, sweetheart. The crowd erupts, shouting. Phones everywhere. At least 10 people are recording now. Mills stands frozen, face pale and horrified. Evelyn sobs on her porch. Sophia sits there, destroyed and humiliated, in front of her neighbors in her own front yard. Then, slowly, she pushes herself up. Water drips from every part of her body. She wipes her face and looks at Whitaker. Her voice, when she speaks, is quiet and deadly calm. Officer Whitaker, you have made the worst mistake of your career. He laughs. Is that a threat? No, that's a promise. She reaches into her back pocket. The wet denim makes it hard, but she gets her fingers around it and pulls it out. A metal badge case. Water drips from it. The gold seal catches the sunlight. She opens it slowly. Federal judicial credentials, her photo, the official seal of the United States courts. She holds it up for Whitaker to see, for the cameras to see. I'm Dr. Sophia Bennett, federal judge for the United States Court of Appeals, Ninth Circuit. The color drains from Whitaker's face. His mouth opens and closes. No sound comes out. Sophia's voice cuts through the silence. You just assaulted a federal judge on her own property in front of at least 40 witnesses. His hand trembles. The badge case gleams in the morning light. Gold seal, official photo, unmistakable. That's fake. His voice cracks. Has to be fake. Mills runs up, phone already out. He is typing frantically. His face goes from pale to gray. Kyle! His voice shakes. Oh God, Kyle, she's real. He turns his phone around. Judge Sophia Bennett's official court portrait fills this screen. Black robes, American flag backdrop, same face, same woman standing soaking wet in front of them. Appointed and confirmed presiding judge in high-profile police misconduct cases. Mills's voice trails off. That last part hits different. Whitaker snatches the phone and stares at the screen. His breathing grows faster and shallower. How was I supposed to? Evelyn's voice rings out. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. The teenage live streamer zooms in on Whitaker's face. View count climbs. Comments flood in. Mr. Thompson walks across his lawn and stands at the fence line. His voice carries authority. I am a retired attorney. I witnessed everything. Officers committed multiple violations. Battery, deprivation of rights, trespass, all documented. More neighbors flood out now. A woman in the scrubs just getting home from the night shift. A man in a business suit with a coffee mug in hand. An elderly couple holding hands. All of them watching, all of them recording. Sophia wipes water from her face. Her voice stays deadly calm. Officer Mills, what is your badge number? Mills straightens. 2847, Your Honor. Thank you. You witnessed everything that just occurred, correct? Yes, Your Honor. His voice is barely audible. And you attempted to stop your partner, correct? Yes, Your Honor. I tried. Whitaker spins on him. Shut up, Mills. No. Mills takes a step back. No, Kyle. I'm not going down with you. Sophia pulls her phone from her other pocket. Miraculously, it survived the water. She taps the screen, still works. I'm calling Police Chief Rebecca Collins directly. Whitaker's knees buckle. He catches himself. Your Honor, please. I didn't know. If you had known I was a judge, you wouldn't have assaulted me. Is that what you're saying? He swallows hard and says nothing. So if I was a secretary like you assumed, this would have been acceptable? No, I mean, that's not. Choose your next words very carefully, officer. Her phone rings once, twice. A voice answers. Chief Collins. Sophia puts it on speaker. Everyone can hear. Chief, this is Judge Sophia Bennett. I need you to come to my home immediately, 2847 Maple Ridge Drive. A pause. Judge Bennett, is everything all right? No, one of your officers just physically assaulted me in my front yard after accusing me of trespassing at my own home. The silence on the other end stretches. Then Chief Collins' voice tight with controlled fury. What officer? Kyle Whitaker, badge 4782. Another pause, longer this time. Jesus Christ, Judge, I'm 10 minutes away. Is the officer still on scene? He is. Don't let him leave. I'm coming with internal affairs. Thank you, Chief. Sophia extends the phone toward Whitaker. She'd like to speak with you. His hand shakes so badly he nearly drops it. He raises it to his ear, takes it off a speaker, but the crowd is quiet enough. Everyone hears Chief Collins's voice through the phone, loud and sharp. Whitaker, what the hell did you do? Chief, there was a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? You assaulted a federal judge. I didn't know she was. So that makes it okay? If she wasn't a judge, assault is fine. No, ma'am. Badge and gun right now. You're suspended immediately. His face crumbles. Chief, please, I have kids, a mortgage. I've been on the force. You were on the force. Not anymore. Put Judge Bennett back on. He hands the phone back. His hand brushes hers. He jerks away like she burned him. Sophia takes the phone off a speaker and presses it to her ear. The conversation is private now, but her expression says everything. She listens, nods, glances at Whitaker. Yes, I'll file a formal complaint. Yes, I understand. Thank you, Chief. She ends the call and looks at the crowd. At least 50 people now, cars stopped on the street, neighbors on every porch. Mrs. Harper, Mr. Thompson, anyone else who witnessed this, please save your video footage. You'll be contacted by investigators. A chorus of "Yes, Your Honor" and "Of course" ripples through the crowd. The young couple approaches. The woman speaks softly. Judge Bennett, we got everything from 3 different angles. We'll send it wherever you need. Thank you. I appreciate your courage. The teenage live streamer steps forward. Your Honor, my video went viral. Thousands of people watching now. Should I keep it up? Sophia considers. Yes, keep it up. Truth needs sunlight. Whitaker makes a sound, almost a whimper. He is watching his life explode in real time. Mills has stepped completely away from his partner, now standing near the patrol car, radio in hand. Requesting supervisor and internal affairs to 2847 Maple Ridge Drive. Officer involved incident. Federal judge involved. The radio crackles. Say again. Supervisor and I, a federal judge, it's bad. Whitaker suddenly drops to his knees right there on the wet lawn, his uniform soaking up water and mud. Your Honor, please. Tears stream down his face. Please, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. A terrible mistake. Sophia looks down at him. Water still drips from her hair, her clothes. She is shivering now, the morning air cold against wet fabric. You didn't make a mistake, Officer Whitaker. You made a choice, multiple choices. I didn't mean. You meant every word, every action. You profiled me. You humiliated me. You assaulted me. All because you saw a black woman and assumed I didn't belong. That's not. Don't. Her voice cuts like a blade. Don't lie to me. Not now. The truth is on camera from a dozen angles. Your words, your actions, all documented. He bows his head, shoulders shaking. A news van pulls onto the street. Local news. A reporter jumps out, Asian woman, camera operator right behind her. She sees the scene, wet woman, kneeling officer, crowd with phones. Her eyes widen. Judge Bennett. She approaches carefully. I'm Laura Carter, KGW News. Can you tell us what happened? Sophia hesitates, then nods. Yes, I can. She walks toward the camera. Water drips from her clothes with each step. Her hair is a mess, mascara streaked, but her voice is steady. My name is Dr. Sophia Bennett. I'm a federal judge for the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals. This morning, I was watering flowers in my own front yard. Officer Whitaker approached me. He demanded to know what I was doing in this neighborhood. The camera is rolling. Laura Carter's mic catches every word. When I told him I lived here, he didn't believe me. He accused me of trespassing, of being either a maid or criminal. He demanded proof I could afford a home in this neighborhood. Whitaker lifts his head, watching his career die on live television. When water accidentally splashed on his uniform, he grabbed my garden hose and assaulted me while I was on the ground, unable to breathe. Laura Carter's face shows shock, professional shock, but genuine. He did this because I'm a black woman and he couldn't fathom that I might belong in this neighborhood, that I might have earned my place here. Behind her, Whitaker's phone buzzes and buzzes and buzzes, family seeing the news, friends seeing social media, his world unraveling text by text. This isn't just about me, Sophia continues. This is about every person of color who's been told they don't belong, who's been harassed, humiliated, or worse, by those sworn to protect them. A black SUV pulls up. Federal plates. Special Agent Sarah Kim steps out. FBI. She sees the scene, the cameras, and walks directly to Sophia. She shows her credentials. Judge Bennett, I'm Special Agent Kim with the FBI Civil Rights Division. I need to speak with you. Sophia nods, turns back to the camera. Officer Whitaker will face consequences, but he's a symptom. The disease is a system that allowed him to operate this way for years. That system must change. Laura Carter lowers her mic. Thank you, Your Honor. This will be national news within the hour. Good. Let it be. Another car arrives, an unmarked sedan. Sergeant Vincent Thompson emerges. Black man, gray at the temples, long time on the force. He takes one look at the scene and his jaw sets. Judge Bennett, I am so deeply sorry for what happened here. Sergeant, I need this scene preserved as evidence. Every inch of it already done, Your Honor. Crime scene unit is on the way. Whitaker is still on his knees, still crying. Mills stands apart, giving his statement to Agent Kim in a low voice. Evelyn approaches with a towel. Sophia, honey, you need to get warm. Sophia accepts it gratefully and wraps it around her shoulders. She is shaking from cold and shock and adrenaline finally crashing. Evelyn, you were brave. Thank you. Brave? You're the brave one, dear. More official vehicles arrive, internal affairs, crime scene investigators. Yellow tape goes up around the lawn. Sophia's phone rings. She looks at the screen, her husband Michael. His voice explodes through the speaker. Sophia, I just saw the news. Are you okay? I'm leaving the hospital right now. I'm okay. Come home. 10 minutes. I'm coming. She hangs up, looks at her house, her sanctuary now a crime scene, yellow tape across her rose bushes. Chief Collins's car pulls up. The chief herself steps out, white woman, uniform crisp, face set in hard lines. She walks directly to Sophia. Judge Bennett, I cannot express how horrified I am. Your apologies mean nothing without action, Chief. You'll have action. I promise you that. Chief Collins turns to Whitaker, still on his knees in the mud. Kyle Whitaker, stand up. He struggles to his feet, legs shaking. Badge. Gun. All department property now. Mills steps forward and hands over Whitaker's badge and service weapon. The chief takes them, holds them up. Years of service ended in 1 hour of hatred. She drops them into an evidence bag. Whitaker's face is blank now, shock setting in. He has lost everything, and he knows it. Sophia stands wrapped in Evelyn's towel, still dripping, but her posture changes. The victim becomes the authority. Officer Whitaker, we need to be clear about what happens next. He looks up from his knees, face red, eyes swollen. You violated Title 18, Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law, federal felony. Your Honor, I'm not finished. You also violated Oregon state law, assault in the 3rd degree, official misconduct, coercion. Agent Kim steps forward, notebook out. Judge Bennett, for the record, described the specific threats he made. Sophia's memory is sharp, trained by years on the bench. he said. You people think you can move into neighborhoods like this? He asked. Who was paying for this house, your drug dealer boyfriend? Whitaker's face goes white. Those words are on the federal record now. He threatened to call immigration despite me being native born, called me a maid or a thief. Agent Kim writes. Every word is documented. He weaponized my garden hose, assaulted me while I was down, while I begged him to stop. The crowd is silent. 50 people, phones still up. Mr. Thompson, Sophia turns. You mentioned you're a retired attorney. What area? Mr. Thompson steps forward. Civil rights litigation for decades. Police misconduct cases. Would you provide expert witness testimony? It would be my honor. Whitaker's future lawyer just got another nightmare. Sergeant Thompson approaches. Your Honor, Chief Collins authorized administrative custody. He needs to come to the station. Understood. Thompson turns. Kyle, let's go. Whitaker does not move, frozen. Your Honor, his voice breaks. Please, I'm begging. My wife Jennifer's a nurse. We have 2 kids. They need their father. Sophia's face does not change. You should have thought about your children before you humiliated someone's mother. I'll do anything. Resign. Public apology, whatever you want. You'll do all of that whether you want to or not. Please don't destroy my family. I'm not destroying your family. You did that when you chose hate over duty. A car screeches into the driveway. A woman jumps out, late 30s, scrubs, brown hair pulled back. Jennifer Whitaker. Kyle. She runs, then stops. She sees cameras, crowd, yellow tape. What did you do? He cannot look at her. Mills steps forward and explains quietly. Her face cycles through confusion to horror to rage. You assaulted a federal judge? She screams. A judge? Jenny, I didn't know. Even if she wasn't a judge, you sprayed someone with a hose in her own yard. It was a mistake. The kids will see this. Emma's going to see her father attacking someone. She is crying, angry tears. How do I tell them? She looks at Sophia, sees the wet clothes, the destroyed dignity. Jennifer walks over and stands before her. Your Honor, I'm so sorry, so deeply sorry. Sophia's voice softens slightly. Mrs. Whitaker, you're not responsible for his choices, but I'm responsible for what I teach my children. They need to see accountability. She turns to the cameras, to Laura Carter's news crew. I'm Jennifer Whitaker. Kyle is my husband. What he did today was evil, racist, unforgivable. I stand with Judge Bennett. The crowd murmurs, shocked. Whitaker stares. Jenny, don't. She walks to her car and drives away, crushing silence. Chief Collins approaches. Your Honor, are you pressing charges? Federal charges, state charges, every applicable charge. FBI will take lead on federal. DA Christopher Hayes on state. Chief, how many complaints has Whitaker had? The chief looks at Sergeant Thompson. He checks his phone. Multiple excessive force complaints, dozens of documented stops of minorities in white neighborhoods, settled lawsuits, millions of taxpayer dollars. The crowd erupts. Angry shouts. How is he still a cop? Chief Collins shows shame. That's what we'll investigate. Promises aren't enough. I want action. Reform. This must be the last time someone is terrorized in their neighborhood. You have my word. Words got us here, Chief. Action gets us out. A car pulls in. Dr. Michael Bennett is out before it stops. He runs to his wife, Sophia. She collapses into him. The strength cracks. She shakes. "I've got you," he whispers. He looks at Whitaker, eyes blazing. "You're lucky there are witnesses here." "Michael," Sophia's voice is muffled. "Let the law handle it." He breathes, forces calm. Thompson moves in. "Kyle, time to go." Whitaker stands, legs barely holding, looks at Sophia. "I know you won't believe me, but I'm truly sorry." She lifts her head. "You're right. I don't believe you. You're sorry you got caught. Sorry there were cameras. Sorry I wasn't who you assumed. That's not. You're sorry you can't get away with it this time." Thompson guides him to the patrol car. Not cuffed, not yet. But everyone knows they are coming. The crowd parts. Some jeer, some film, some stare. He gets in, the door closes, face blank through the window. The car pulls away. Everyone watches until it disappears. Sophia turns to all the cameras. What happened today will not be swept away, not minimized, not forgotten. Her voice carries strong and clear. Every video, every witness statement, every piece of evidence will ensure Kyle Whitaker faces justice. Pause. But more importantly, it will change a system that let him operate for years, that ignored complaints, that paid millions to keep victims quiet. Laura Carter's camera rolls. "I'm a federal judge. I had power, resources, and still I was attacked. Still assumed criminal." Direct to camera. "If this happens to me, imagine those without my advantages, who can't fight back, who don't have badges to reveal." Silence. This is not the end. This is the beginning of accountability, of reform, of change. She wraps the towel tighter. "Thank you for your courage, for recording, for witnessing. You saved more than me today." The crowd applauds, building. Evelyn wipes tears. Mr. Thompson nods. Teenagers raise phones. Change happens when people refuse to accept injustice. Today, dozens of people refused, and the world is watching. Hours later, Portland Police Bureau headquarters erupts in chaos. Chief Collins stands in the command center. Every phone line is lit. Media requests, city council, federal investigators. Her assistant rushes in. "Chief, the mayor's on 3, FBI director on 5, CNN wants a statement." "Tell CNN press conference at 4. Connect the FBI." She listens. Her face hardens. "Yes, sir, full cooperation, every file, every complaint." She hangs up and looks at her team. Federal Investigation, Civil Rights Division, they're flying in tonight. Internal Affairs, Detective Maria Ramirez enters, thick file in hand. Whitaker's personnel record. "Chief, you need to see this. Multiple excessive force complaints, all marked unfounded, all signed by Captain Harris." "Where's Harris?" "Called in sick this morning before the incident. Convenient. Get him on the phone. If he doesn't answer, send officers to his house." The door opens. District Attorney Christopher Hayes enters. Sharp suit, sharper mind. "Rebecca, tell me we can prosecute." Multiple camera angles, dozens of witnesses, federal judge victim, her personal body camera footage. The chief pulls up a laptop. "Watch." Hayes watches. His expression darkens. When Whitaker laughs, his hands curl into fists. "How long?" "Long enough." Hayes closes his eyes. Assault 3. Official misconduct, coercion, hate crime enhancement. The union will fight. Let them. I have his texts from that morning. Racial animus is clear. And Harris, obstruction, conspiracy. If he covered complaints, he's accessory to everything. Like Afterward, at Judge Bennett's home, crime scene tape covers everything. FBI teams photograph the trampled roses, the scattered papers, the garden hose now evidence. Agent Kim interviews neighbors. Evelyn Harper sits on her porch, voice shaking. I told him she was my neighbor. He threatened to arrest me. Did you feel intimidated? Terrified, but I couldn't stay silent. Agent Kim writes, Mrs. Harper, your courage saved this case. Inside, Sophia sits at her kitchen table, dry clothes now, soft sweater, hair wrapped in a towel. Michael brings tea. She has not touched the first cup. It is cold now. You should eat. I'm not hungry, Michael. Every time she closes her eyes, she sees his face, hears his voice, feels the water. He takes her hand. Not your fault? I know, but knowing doesn't stop the feeling. Her phone buzzes constantly. Chief Judge Morrison taking her off the calendar next week, non-negotiable. You need time? D.A. Hayes filing charges tomorrow. He's going down. NAACP President. We stand with you. A CLU legal support available. She sets the phone down, face in hands. Everyone will see me at my lowest, soaking wet, helpless. Michael lifts her chin. They'll also see you stand up, pull out that badge, refuse to be broken. I feel broken. You're hurt. That's different. A knock. Agent Kim. Judge Bennett, we need your formal statement for a federal case. Sophia stands. Judge Bennett returning. Let's do this. 90 minutes, 20 pages of notes. Every detail is documented. Federal indictment within days. Priority 1. And Whitaker at the precinct, no badge, no gun, no authority, arrested days later. He gets a few more days. At the precinct, Whitaker sits in interrogation, not as a cop, as a subject. His union lawyer beside him, Jack Morrison, tired eyes. Kyle, don't say anything without me. What happened to me? Federal charges, state charges, years if convicted. My kids will be grown. You assaulted a federal judge on camera. No defense. Can we plea? Maybe, but feds want prison time, significant time. Whitaker sobs. Morrison does not comfort him. He has defended bad cops, but this one is indefensible. The door opens. Chief Collins enters. Kyle Whitaker, effective immediately, you're terminated from Portland Police Bureau. You can't. You're suspended pending investigation. Investigation's over. The video is conclusive. You violated policy, law, and an oath. You're done. Termination papers hit the table. 48 hours to clear your locker. Benefits end tonight. She leaves. Morrison slides papers over a sign. What if I don't? They terminate anyway. This is cleaner. Whitaker's hand shakes. He signs his career away. Years gone. Outside, news vans line the street. Every network, local, national, international. Laura Carter reports live. Breaking. Officer Kyle Whitaker fired. Federal charges expected within days. Behind her, protesters gather. Signs raised. Justice for Judge Bennett. End police racism. Accountability now. Hundreds of people. Growing. The sun sets over Portland. But the story is just beginning. The investigation explodes. FBI Special Agent Kim leads a task force. Agents subpoena everything. Personnel files, emails, text messages, social media accounts. What they find turns their stomachs. Whitaker's private Facebook account posts in a group called Real Cops of Portland, racist memes, jokes about cleaning up neighborhoods, photos of black suspects with mocking captions, text messages to other officers. Another one doesn't belong made a stop in Laurelhurst today, reminded them whose streets these are. Dashboard camera footage. Multiple instances where Whitaker deactivated his camera during traffic stops, all involving people of color. Agent Kim compiles a timeline, evidence of pattern and practice. The Oregonian sends reporter David Washington to investigate. He is a black veteran journalist. He knows this story intimately. His front page series runs for days. Day 1, the badge and the pattern, Whitaker's trail of documented stops, racial breakdown stark. Day 2, the victims speak, interviews with people Whitaker stopped over the years. Their stories are eerily similar. Humiliation, threats, illegal searches. Jamal Henderson stopped while walking. Maria Gonzalez pulled over for a broken taillight that was not broken. David Carter stopped while jogging, detained for hours, released without charges. Day 3, the system that protected him. Internal documents show Captain Harris dismissed complaints without investigation, marked them unfounded without interviewing witnesses, recommended Whitaker for commendation. The city paid millions in settlements, all with NDAs, victims silenced with money. Day 4, the cost to taxpayers, breakdown of settlements, legal fees, the financial toll of protecting bad cops. Day 5, the reckoning, what needs to change, expert opinions, community voices, a roadmap for reform. The series wins regional journalism awards, but more importantly, it galvanizes public pressure. Grand jury convenes. D. A. Christopher Hayes presents the state case. Citizens, diverse panel, they watch the videos, all angles. When the water hits Judge Bennett, juror number 4 gasps and covers her mouth. When Whitaker laughs, juror 7 shakes his head. Disgust is clear. Expert witnesses testify. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, police practices expert. Every action violated policy, training, and law. This is textbook abuse of power. Dr. Ramon Torres, psychologist. The language used shows clear racial bias. You people don't belong. Classic dehumanization. Officer Mills testifies. His voice is quiet. He profiled her, said she doesn't belong there. I saw the whole thing. I should have stopped him sooner. I'm ashamed I didn't. Grand jury deliberates. True bill returned. Indictment on all charges. Assault 3. Official misconduct. Coercion. Hate crime enhancement added by the jury themselves. Whitaker's lawyer gets the news and calls his client, Kyle. They added hate crime enhancement. That's extra time minimum. Silence on the line, then sobbing. Federal charges filed. The DOJ Civil Rights Division reviews everything. Federal indictment comes down. Title 18, Section 242. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Captain Harris indicted separately. Conspiracy, obstruction. Both face federal prison. Harris's wife files for divorce the same day. His lawyer quits. Judge Bennett files a civil suit. Attorney Gloria Martinez takes the case, renowned civil rights lawyer, decades fighting police misconduct, press conference. Martinez stands at the podium. Judge Bennett beside her. We're filing under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, civil rights violation. We're suing Kyle Whitaker personally, the city of Portland, and Captain Richard Harris. She lists demands, millions in compensatory damages, millions in punitive injunctive relief requiring mandatory reforms. This case will change Portland policing forever. Bennett speaks. Her voice is steady now, stronger. I could stay silent, move on, pretend this didn't happen. But silence protects the system. I'm fighting for everyone who can't fight back. The city attorney reviews the case and meets with the city council. Our liability is clear, we should settle. A conservative council member objects. We can fight this. Ed Martinez releases discovery. Emails showing the city knew about Whitaker for years, knew about complaints, paid settlements, did nothing. Council votes, settle, offer, millions plus consent decree, mandating reforms. Bennett negotiates. I don't want the money, I want change. Final settlement, hundreds of thousands personal, millions to the police reform fund. Bennett will create consent decree, includes mandatory body cameras always on, civilian oversight board with a subpoena power, quarterly bias training, early warning system for problem officers. Criminal trial begins. Multnomah County Courthouse. Judge Robert Carter presiding. Media circus outside. Court TV covers gavel to gavel. Jury selection takes weeks. Final panel. Racially diverse. DA Hayes gives an opening statement. Kyle Whitaker wore a badge, carried a gun, swore an oath to protect and serve. On that morning, he betrayed everything. You'll see the video, hear the witnesses, and you'll deliver justice. Defense attorney Harold Brennan counters. Kyle Whitaker made a mistake, a serious mistake. But mistakes aren't crimes. He reacted poorly in a tense moment. That makes him human, not criminal. Week 1 of trial, Judge Bennett testifies, takes the stand, sworn in, walks through every detail, calm, factual, devastating, cross-examination. Brennan attacks. Judge, weren't you argumentative? I asserted my constitutional rights. That's not argumentative. You splashed Officer Whitaker first. The hose swung accidentally. He retaliated with assault. As a judge, don't you have power others don't? Bennett pauses, looks at the jury. As a black woman in America, I have the same vulnerabilities as everyone else. That day proved it. 2 jurors wipe tears. Officer Mills testifies next. Prosecution's star witness. He profiled her, said she doesn't belong there. I saw the whole thing. I should have stopped him sooner. I'm ashamed I didn't. Neighbor witnesses follow. Evelyn Harper. Sophia is the kindest neighbor. He judged her before saying one word. The teenager. I recorded it because I knew no one would believe her without proof. That's the world we live in. Mr. Thompson, I came to America for justice. That day I saw injustice. We must fix this. Week 2. Video evidence played, full, unedited. The jury watches in silence. Some look away, some cry. All are changed. Week 3, the defense case collapses. Whitaker testifies against his lawyer's advice, tries to appear remorseful. I should have handled it differently. I regret my actions. Hayes cross-examines, destroys him. You sent a text that morning, read it aloud. Whitaker's face drains. Patrolling Laurelhurst today. Let's see what doesn't belong. What did you mean by what doesn't belong? Silence. You meant black people, didn't you? Whitaker whispers. Yes. Gasps in the courtroom. Jurors' expressions harden. Character witnesses fail. Even his father testifies. Kyle was raised better. I don't know what happened. No fellow officers testify for him. His wife refuses. Day 19, verdict. The jury deliberates for hours, returns. Foreman stands. Count 1, assault in the third degree, guilty. Count 2, official misconduct, guilty. Count 3, coercion, guilty. Count 4, hate crime enhancement, guilty. Whitaker collapses, head in hands, sobbing. Bennett in the gallery, no visible emotion, just quiet satisfaction. 2 weeks later, sentencing hearing, Bennett gives a victim impact statement. Your Honor, Kyle Whitaker didn't just assault me, he assaulted the idea that we are equal under law. If this happened to me, a federal judge, imagine what happens to those without my advantages. I don't ask for vengeance. I ask for accountability. A sentence that tells every officer, your badge is not a license to dehumanize. Judge Carter sentences, Mr. Whitaker, in my years on this bench, I've rarely seen such clear abuse of power. You betrayed the public trust completely. Sentence, years into state prison. Federal charges will run consecutively. Total over a decade. Fine, permanent prohibition from law enforcement. Mandatory racial bias counseling. Years supervised release after prison. Whitaker is led away in handcuffs. The irony is not lost on anyone. Months later, Captain Harris is sentenced separately. Years in federal prison, loses pension. The system that protected Whitaker crumbles with him. Portland has changed. Portland police operate under federal consent decree. Reforms are real. Body cameras are mandatory, always on, auto cloud upload. Deactivation means termination. Compliance high. Civilian Oversight Board, 9 members, community elected. Subpoena power, independent investigators, already reviewed dozens of cases. Officers terminated. Early warning system, AI assisted, flags problem officers before escalation. Officers removed from duty. Bias training quarterly, mandatory, led by psychologists and former victims. Officers report changed perspective. Chief Collins at a press conference. We were broken. Judge Bennett forced us to fix ourselves. Complaints down, use of force down. We're not perfect, but we're accountable now. Judge Bennett created the Bennett Initiative. Mission: empowering communities through legal support, citizen journalism, systemic advocacy, legal defense fund, pro bono attorneys, cases in months, settlements, prosecutions, citizen journalist training, people trained, body cameras distributed, youth justice scholars, full scholarships named after victims, funded by Bennett Settlement plus donations. Jamal Henderson, the video has millions of views. Time magazine featured him. Accepted to Howard. Bennett Initiative Scholarship. Plans criminal justice major. Digital media minor. Still live streams. City Council, police oversight. Hundreds of thousands of followers. Officer Mills, now sergeant, leads ethical intervention training. I stayed silent with Whitaker, almost made me complicit. I teach officers, duty to law, not partner. Speaks nationally, consults departments, getting married next month. Mrs. Evelyn Harper, now activist, city council regular. I trusted the police unconditionally. Sophia taught me trust must be earned. Bennett Initiative board member, mentors young activists. Other victims found voices. Mr. Thompson teaches know your rights. Jamal Henderson organizes communities. Maria Gonzalez, formerly incarcerated. All connected through Bennett Initiative. Whitaker serves at Oregon State Penitentiary. Library work teaches GED, counseling ongoing, psychologist beginning to understand his bias. Long road, letters to Bennett. She does not read them. Assistant logs for parole. Earliest release years from now. Kids visit quarterly. Jennifer remarried. Tells them the truth. Daddy hurt someone, must face consequences. His father visits monthly, shows photos. Remember what you lost. Harris in federal prison, lost pension, house, marriage, early release denied. You enabled systemic abuse. Damage extends beyond one incident. The Bennett Act passes Oregon, signed into law. Body cameras statewide, independent oversight, pattern tracking. California passes similarly. Federal bill introduced, bipartisan support. Law schools teach the case. Bennett versus Portland, cited in federal cases. Challenges qualified immunity. Netflix documentary in production, The Judge and the Hose, release next year. Judge Bennett returns to chambers, hearing cases, making rulings, more vocal now about systemic racism. National Bar Association. Keynote: injustice anywhere threatens justice everywhere. At home, she gardens again. Took months. Michael installed sprinklers. No hoses, too triggering. Neighbors wave. Evelyn brings Sunday tea. One evening on the porch at sunset. You changed the world, Sophia. Bennett shakes her head. I just wanted to water flowers. The world changed itself. Needed a push. Roses bloom again. Geraniums are bright red. Everything is growing back. People ask constantly, was it worth it? Her answer never changes. It was never about worth. It was about necessity. Whitaker saw a black woman and assumed powerless. Wrong, but I had advantages, title, resources. How many don't? This victory belongs to everyone profiled, harassed, abused, to Evelyn who spoke, the teenager who recorded, Mills who found conscience, and to you. Change happens when ordinary people refuse to accept injustice. When they record, testify, demand better. Whitaker got years. The system got reform. That's justice, not revenge. Accountability, everyone's responsibility. If this moved you, act. Subscribe to Blacktail Stories for Justice Stories. Share this. Someone needs to see it. Comment. Have you witnessed injustice? What did you do? Every phone is a camera. Every citizen is a journalist. Every voice matters. Visit thebennettinitiative.org. Download rights cards. Learn safe documentation. Find legal support. Final question. If you were there that morning, would you have filmed, spoken up like Evelyn, or looked away? Be honest. Then be better. Justice needs all of us, not someday. Today. What will you do next time you see injustice? Comment your answer, then live it. Justice is a verb. Act accordingly.